Ninja.
So
She's ninja. She doesn't play assassin.
Alright, I have
not
started
anymore. She used to, didn't she?
No, she's a ninja for sure.
Who am I thinking of?
I think if anyone is gonna play assassin there, it should be D. Daniel.
Oh yeah, Daniel. Oh yeah. Lol is gonna be probably offensive heavy or soldier. Hello Chem. Yukata can play.
Hello Chem is really?
Wolfie will likely be some sort of, class of the sword on defense.
Ninja.
Ninja heavy soldier. He can flex.
Probably.
Freerider will probably be archer, and I'm just gonna assume Zekray is crazy.
That's crazy CTF. Yep. He's gonna ninja defense.
Ninja defense.
Too, I think. If not, Chem is offense because Gukata might. No wait, Red Slime might.
They have Hallow on their team. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
I've
seen it that Jalapeno was medic and Gukata.
Oh yeah, Hallow only goes medic if he's getting like shut down hard though. He'll start chemist. I almost guarantee it.
Alright, so we're just about to get started here.
Yeah, running 2 chemists on offense in the current meta is basically letting the other team win the game. So, I doubt we'll see that.
Unless ADV pulls off an Annie. In that case, yes, we will see that.
So, looking at rules. We have mandatory match rules, no ninja capping or flag holding. Is that it? Oh no, okay. Limits of 1 archer, assassin, pyro, an elf, 2 medics, and 3 heavies, mages, and necros. Or wait, mage and necro are also disallowed. Never mind, okay. So we won't be seeing mage at all this match, actually.
Miski, okay. I don't see your picture on the IRL gallery, dude.
I mean, like, look harder.
Look harder, daddy.
Well, I'm gonna try and pull a Bosket here. Alright people, welcome to the TC vs ADV, an official Minecraft Capture the Flag on Brawl.com match. This is very official, and this is going to be a good match, so yes.
Sure so we see Janoon Bagungalis on defense here.
What a surprise. Wow, EOR6 playing Assassin, that's new.
Well, I mean, looking at the roster...
And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the official MSW
She's taking a lot of damage now. Notice here, she turns around right now. Actually, she's able to get the heal off, but it doesn't matter because.
Also, don't forget to follow the brand new MSW Instagram and Snapchat.
Really?
We also have Pinterest.
Yes, we do.
You guys, please everyone follow the MSW Snapchat at J_OG.
So looking at the ADV offense, Hello gets
Henry is playing Archer.
Yeah,
and of course, don't forget to follow the official MSW MySpace page.
MySpace.
Like us on Friendster, please.
We also give coupons away to Subway if you're interested.
Hey guys, it's Skay here with another Minecraft Capture the Flag match, and I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, boss, but Deplicos already gave a boss quit introduction.
Sorry.
He took your job.
We have ADV's offense showing up here again. Kata, Daniel playing meta for some reason.
Yeah, it's other Gukata is on a heavy here instead of soldier.
Well, Paula's gonna get the steal here.
Entire defense is dead, but this ninja's gonna come back very quickly.
Oh, the ninjas.
June and Sam on double ninja defense is gonna be brutal for their offense, but if they start running tankier classes, they might be able to deal with it. Maybe swap off the chem to something like soldier, possibly.
I mean, that was kind of an anomaly of an offensive push there, because Quar was basically AFK for a solid second or two when Bukata came into the flag room.
As she was just there as well, yeah. But she does get him that time.
This is just sad. I feel bad for ADV.
Well, hey, at least they're playing in the match and they're not inactive.
True.
At least they showed up with 8 people instead of 6.
That is also true.
Does ADV have an assassin?
No.
I don't think they do.
No, I don't think
No, they're running double ninja, archer, medic.
But yeah, they always
it's working.
Double ninja, usually triple.
Yeah.
So Lar is gonna get the steal here, but does die to the pyro there.
Well played by Lol. to focus on the other soldier, not Arctic, who was coming in.
They used the frenzy very well there as well.
Yeah.
Interesting that they let Corlep play Pyro and G. Henry Archer, because G. Henry usually plays Pyro for TC.
But the question here is, like, if they put... It's better to have Core on Pyro and G. Henry on Archer, because if they put G. Henry on Pyro, what is Core going to play?
True.
I think it's more effective to have them on, like, their current roles than have Core on, like, something that's super off.
Usually Core would be on offense, but TC does have a little bit of a surplus of that right now, so...
Yeah, plus, I mean, her main offensive class is Chemist still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which on a map like this isn't the greatest. I mean, it's decent, but I don't think she's gonna...
I mean, I've seen Cap on here as Chemist before, but even he's going heavy right now.
Yeah, both teams are running a lot of ninjas on
defense.
defense.
Is going to get the steal here. Might die
Takes
to the frenzy
quite a bit of damage and dies to Quar. And I think the same's going to happen to Hollow, yeah.
Laura is struggling to get out the flag. Does die to the frenzy there.
Yeah, Low's been saving his frenzy and using it very wisely. Arctic is out now,
though, but gets headshot by Freerider. Very nice job by him.
I really do think Freerider is going to be the biggest issue, at least in that first part of the offensive area for TC.
Yeah, especially with him playing like super defensively, there's not like much they can do to put pressure on him.
But I've never really liked that spawn for archers myself, just because if by some circumstance the opposing team gets past where you are well out of position in terms of recovery.
Yeah, your like range of effectiveness, I guess, isn't as big, but it's a super annoying like position to try to punish too, because if you kill them, they just walk back out.
Yeah.
So targeting doesn't really do much. Your offense just has to kind of deal with the archer.
And the team's agreed to disable Mage as well, so you don't have a class that can just stand outside of spawn and keep pressuring the archer regardless of mistake.
Yeah, there were a lot of heavy limits on this match. No Necro, 1 Elf, Heavy and Soldier also limited to 3. So.
But no ninja limits, just how ADV likes.
Ash is on offensive Chemist, that's interesting.
Honestly, both teams are using a double ninja on defense, and it's effective on both sides.
No, she's going to be just buffing and then switching to medic as usual.
Well, yeah, she ran over to like she was at the other side as Chemist though, which seemed odd against the double ninja, but she is switching back now. So
TC is playing an assassin, unlike ADV.
You know, that's what you have with the trial merc. They tend to be a bit forgetful. The thing with Ash is she's not really getting around Wolfie.
Yeah, they have 2 soldiers coming in, both relatively healthy. Arctic's taking a bit of damage now, but they might be able to get a steal here. It's just a question on whether or not Ash can get here quick enough.
I'm not really sure I like the way TC is running their offense after their first steal. ADV's sort of recovered and turned things around in that regard. I really think they need at least another person up there on offense to pressure, and I don't think ADV's offense itself is going to be that much of a threat.
Yeah, Wolfie just 1v1s Ash from full health there. His ninja only gets hit once, so either of these soldiers need to stay with Ash, or like you said, they need to put another person on offense to kind of relieve some of that pressure.
Miski, like you said, they should probably put one of the
on top. G. Henry is also in a very defensive position, so he's not the best able to get after Gukata, although he does get the headshot there.
I don't know if that was a headshot, but Gukata does die there. They are waiting.
Yeah, one thing I've been mentioning with these TC matches, now that they have Sam and June, they can honestly afford to put one of them on offense here, and it'll really help them. I think they're the 2 best offensive players in the team.
Out of the flag room, but does get headshot by Freerider again.
Yeah, despite both being defensive ninja mains, I do think they're the 2 best offensive players on DC.
I would not agree with that for Sam, but
I don't know, who do you think would be above him?
Online right
now? Arctic?
Yeah. I don't know, but Arctic can only really play soldier though.
Probably say Laura. And just an experience thing, really. Sam hasn't played offense in a long while in a match.
Oh yeah, that Andy plays mostly Chemist when he does go on offense, which isn't...
And then if you're talking about the TC roster in general, it's not even close. Mish is their best.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I did mention, yeah. They're running close to their best roster, but minus Mitch and Kev. So.
TC isn't really coordinating their offense really well, which is kind of a surprise for me.
Well, Ash is trying to stagger to avoid some pressure from the ninja, but that's just getting her, like, killed. Because no one's with her. She needs to go with her offense.
Yeah. They're, like, really
Lord does kill the
right
ninja
now.
there, but himself up to headshot from Freerider, so that's going to break up that offense of.
Like Arctic's just going in.
So yeah, see, Ash staggers herself here, doesn't go with the offense. That makes Wolfie able to get back on her, and she's gonna take a lot of damage here unnecessarily.
Hollow almost got out with Daniel there clean on offense, but good assassinate from. Who's playing?
Ash actually drops here, although Wolfie misses his pearl, which means he's still down here. She's gonna get on her. She's gonna go down there. Defensive medic is a lot more viable now that Sharp 1's been added, actually.
Yeah.
So.
I really do think, though, still that TC could afford to put a second medic on offense.
And they do have players that can fill that role as well.
Yeah. I guess you might have to switch someone over to Assassin, for example, if Eeyore plays that role, or I guess just have June do it, but...
Helpu is out. Never mind.
Arctic is going to steal here.
But they're not going to get medic support with Ash just being pressured across the map.
Arctic is actually out going top.
I don't
Only
agree
person
with Arctic going top there, because she's leaving herself exposed to Freerider still. She doesn't get punished for that, but I would have just run straight down the tunnel.
Yeah, Ash is actually being kind of corralled here, but...
So Arc is actually getting over the bridge here.
This could
not
be
a lot of
They
pressure
have
there.
very bad positioning.
That's going to be the restart spawn. ADV is going to need to get a steal here, which they do immediately, but that's going to be a drop into a recover from the Pyro, and this could be the first cap of the match.
Close to spawn.
Yeah,
there,
this
but
is a cap.
This should be the first cap.
So they're going up 1-0 for TC, immediately
And Hollow's
stealing
playing Soldier.
Hallow. Yep.
He's not making it.
Well, if Daniel playing as well, he's going to be on medic, which means that Hallow can't swap to medic like he normally would if Chemist isn't working. So they're going to be forced to put him on like Soldier heavy.
Yeah, so we have another EU medic main. I guess he's a medic main now, named Daniel, on offense.
Previous assassin main, if I recall.
Yeah. And he's also got the sort of rage, a little bit of a toxin part going for him too. Although something tells me he's not nearly as effective as the other Daniel will be right now.
Yeah, too many Daniel medic mains.
Yeah, really zero's enough.
I mean, back in the day we had Daniel 79,
Oh yes, of course.
the Soldier and medic main. Yeah.
I stand by my point.
I don't blame you.
So Arctic is
Arctic's
able
gonna
to
get
get
Daniel
out.
and Hollow are still alive outside the flag room here. Daniel is
Arctic's gonna get restore.
Hollow, but
Oh,
on a
but
kiss,
he's
gets
gonna get
headshot
immediately.
immediately. Ash picks it up, but that's 2 ninjas on her.
okay, Hollow is still alive here. Daniel and Hollow ended up taking out most of the flag room support, but they haven't gotten into the flag room to steal. And
Ash
that's
needs to use her webs here. She's taking
Yeah.
too much damage. They're gonna
She's
pass
gonna-
here. Oh, that was close.
When does Ash
close,
ever
but it
use
was
her
well
webs?
timed.
Yeah. So Arctic is gonna be basically full health here at her spawn again. This is on ADV to get another steal. They don't get a steal. This is likely gonna be a second capture for TC, and I don't
I don't
see
really
many
see
people that can
Daniel
do it.
is coming up.
Oh, does get assassinated.
Oh yeah. What happened there?
Got
And Daniel
assassinated by Wolfie.
Is getting out of the flag room here, but he has 2 ninjas on him, so this is not going to last.
Actually, heads up call switching to assassin there just for the recovery because they weren't running an assassin on defense, so that's a good call.
So Eeyore does get the assassinate there on Daniel at the end. He was pretty low, and the ninjas would have gotten him before too long.
Yep. Total reset here for both teams.
It's kind of incredible though that they're able to pull off that recovery as far along as Arc was. ADV's recovery hasn't looked too threatening once TC has gotten sort of to the mid area.
What I think likely happened there is that they weren't expecting the assassin because ADV wasn't running one on defense, and he quickly swapped to it just for recovery. Probably caught her off guard, although she should have
Henry
been
just took
prepared.
out all of ADV's offense going through the mid tunnel. Looks like they are going to be bringing Wolfie on offense as well now too, or he's just going to run.
If he does go on offense against the double ninja, he's decent at PvP, so that could be really boost their offense.
But no, it looks like he's going to continue going after Ash, who left herself. Again.
Do you think she would do that on purpose? To like not get knocked off?
It's an option, I suppose. Would not be my first choice, definitely, but
I mean,
the
considering
thing
she
about
did it
Wolfie
twice.
there was he could kind of afford to wait. So I don't really see that working too well.
Or is actually gonna buff TC's defense here before the offensive wave comes in. Pyro still goes down to Gukata though, but there's no follow-up right now. Or not Gukata, Crazy rather. So yeah, they have 2 soldiers and a medic coming in now, but the Pyro is well back.
And Ash does finally take out Wolfie there, but then dies to fall damage.
She is not getting past there.
So we're gonna see Gukata come in here and actually steal or blue flag. You take a lot of damage here, go up right into June,
Almost got
die.
out there by sort of switching the way she was going on all 200E. Lorien is going to get out, although she's taken a fair amount of damage and is
Good web.
in position for a headshot, I think. But Freerider actually moved there, so...
Yeah, that's a really good web there.
Yeah,
Hard one to hit as well.
Murphy.
I think both teams really could do with putting more on offense here, like you were saying.
Yeah, would definitely open things up a bit more.
Because both teams are running like very squishy but like high damage defenses here. I don't think there's an offensive soldier on the map, or defensive soldier rather. So putting another player on offense could really
See, what you need to do here is the Duke is Awesome Scapecrafter, run it down mid as buffed heavy strat.
Oh yeah.
OG Defiance.
Against both defenses, to be honest, it would work wonders.
Yeah. Well, what you used to do against this, like back when Medic and Chemist were both obnoxious, you run like double Chemist, double Medic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That was the old strat, but after the
double,
Chemist nerf,
like if
heavy
you
became
go
more popular.
2 buffed heavies running down mid against the offense, with Medic support and maybe a Ninja clearing in front.
yeah, Medic buff both heavies and the Ninja swap to Medic, and then
Really, I think you just need the Ninja there to go after the squishy classes, Assassin, maybe knock the Archer away, because G. Henry's been an issue for that offense.
yeah. The only
And
problem with
he's
that
sort
is
of
that
standing on like the back wall where just a couple eggs could put him over.
gets headshotted there anyway. Yeah.
So I figure what you could actually do is have the Chemist buff that offense.
Yeah. The only issue with that is
not
that
the
you
Chemist, the Ninja buff the offense and then swap back.
you lose the vertical mobility there.
TC
But I mean, if
is
you
sending an
got support
assassin
on
on
heavies,
offense.
Doesn't really matter.
Because generally you want a buffed medic.
So Arctic
whenever.
is out. Almost
No
got
medic.
a headshot there. Very
Going
good.
XX, 2 ninjas on her.
2 ninja support there, but they're both going after Ash. She needs to just run at this point.
Arctic should just cut across here, yeah.
Does
But
get
she can get
damage.
headshotted.
On it. Eeyore may... No.
This... Nope. Yeah.
Nope.
It was hopeful. Yeah, once Arctic realizes that Ash isn't going to be able to restore, she should just cut across. She wouldn't have been in headshot range if she did as well.
But sort of on the other side of things, Daniel, for all of his webs, is not getting past the ninjas at all either.
Yeah, both teams are running this double ninja, and it's really a detriment to the other team's offense. Yukata's going to get headshotted there as well. This is a really interesting archer spot, actually, from G. Henry.
It's working.
Not one we see often. If Mage was in the game, he wouldn't be able to play here, but seeing as it's not.
Or, you know, an offensive ninja.
Yeah. Or anyone really
Any
that
sort of
cared about
offensive
knocking him off.
pressure, yeah.
A soldier.
Like, that's
One
the
big web.
thing, you're not seeing really any offensive pressure against the, just going after classes on the other team's defense, I guess because of the respawn time on Blackout, but...
Yeah.
So
Jerry does
Arctic
have the same
Arctic
issue.
is out, going towards
Almost
mid, does
does
get
get
headshotted.
Free is being a monster on defense there. There's no way they're getting through him without killing him.
Yeah, this spot G. Henry's in is actually going to be really bad for ADV unless they put pressure on him. It's a spot we normally don't see run just because of how easy it is to shut it down, but if they're not going to do anything about it, it could be an issue here.
ADV is bringing a Crazy Crafter on offense now.
Yep. He's been roaming up every once in a while there. Quarry is stuck in a web, but Daniel's not going to get anywhere
Or
close to
did
the
take
flank.
out a Crazy Crafter with a fist there.
Yukata's coming in here, but he's completely staggered. If he does get the steal, he's not going to have support.
Hollow as well is out there. He's able to take out Jim.
So Yukata steals. Quar somehow still doesn't have Frenzy, but he's going to go down anyway. Quar's going to have Frenzy one more hit.
The assassin got both of them, or at least the second one fell to the assassin's chip damage. Yeah. I don't know.
This is going to set TC up very well for the next hold. Quar's going to have her Frenzy here.
Speaking
Still not a lot of
of TC, we
pressure on
have a steal from Arc here, but she's not getting far. I wish I had something a little more interesting to say, but both Arc and Lore went to the flag post as opposed to one of them trying to knock Pyro away, so didn't work out in their favor.
Not really.
Yeah, it is a rather slow game, but like with the limits we're seeing, like what, 3 soldier limit, no mage.
There
no
isn't a
ninja
soldier
capping.
limit.
There isn't?
No.
Oh, I thought there was 3.
There's a heavy.
There's no
and-
soldier limit, there's no ninja limit, there is 3 heavy.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought it was heavy and soldier for some reason.
So Arc is in danger of being knocked off the world here, and is... Sakura actually runs out there and gets Gukata.
Just wondering here, what is the second map of this match? If we were to
Second
go.
map is going to be Metro.
Okay. Interesting.
So yeah, honestly, I was going into this map expecting a pretty clean 5-0 from TC on ADV. They've definitely handled themselves well given how long they've been inactive, even if they are down right now. Speaking of ADV, they are using 3 soldiers. Daniel has swapped from medic to soldier.
With the classic SE strat.
And it's working so far. Gukata gets out of the flag right
And that's a really big boost for him, actually.
but
Ooh.
does
Good
get
shot.
taken out by G. Henry.
That's gonna
Daniel
get picked
is
up
there as soldier, which is the advantage of the 3
now.
soldiers.
Needs to cut across quickly, but he gets caught up there on the iron bar. He's gonna take a lot of unnecessary damage here.
Yeah, he's
And he
not
keeps
getting
getting stuck
anywhere.
under there. Unlucky. That actually could have been in 1.9 plus, I believe the hitboxes on the bars are different. So if he's on 1.9 plus, that could have been the reason he got stuck there.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
If he's not, I don't know what happened, but yeah, they'll display as like a single like rod in 1.9, but it still has the outer parts, so you just wouldn't see them, I guess. Daniel's gonna steal here, but there's a lot of damage being put on him. Frenzy's used there, actually. Power goes down and he's still out. That's a lot of stuff used on him. If he gets a medic here, this could be really good. But I don't see one coming.
Oh,
And that's a headshot.
good aerial headshot from G. Henry.
Yeah, the fact that he
On the other
had
side,
double
we
ninja on
have
Fire Frenzy and he still got out.
Arc, who is thus far avoiding the arrows from free. She's going the far side and is going to get the medic, but she is in...
No restore, that's gonna be Ash picking up and going
Didn't
down.
last very long, though. I think she tried to get it down to Lorraine, but there was a ninja in range where she could
Yeah.
pass.
So we're gonna see ADV's offense coming in here. 2 soldiers and the chemist. Chemist goes down immediately, so it's just gonna be the 2 soldiers now, which are Daniel and Gukata. Gukata's gonna go in first, try to distract the pyro. Daniel comes in second, but neither of them end up grabbing the flag, actually. And here's Hallow, just a little bit late.
So really, we're seeing a game right now where the side of the game that's carrying things is TC's defense. And I don't think I've ever said that before.
Well, I think, honestly, it might just... It's the addition of Sam, and the fact that Quar's actually, like, playing.
Well, yeah, you're able to run double ninjas on this map, which works out wonderfully for TC.
Next
It'll be
map,
interesting
though...
to see what they do on Metro.
Yeah.
It's not like Ninja is the worst class on there, but it's definitely at a much bigger disadvantage.
Chemist is actually a notable alternative for Metro, since you're able to really
Yeah.
clog up the tunnels very easily. Elf is somewhat viable on Metro as well, but I don't expect either team to run it.
So Arc does get up to mid. She has support there to kill the ninjas, and she's going to get the heal from Ash.
Yeah, she is in a really good spot here. 2 ninjas on her, but these ninjas aren't really going to do
And
much.
Freerider, being in his defensive position, cannot catch up. So this
is a capture.
should be a cap. This should absolutely be a cap.
Yeah, so that's 2-0 for TC now. ADV's offense is going to come in now, but there's so many people at TC's
And
spot
that
here.
really is the downside of that spawn from Freerider.
Yeah, it's super oppressive, but once you get out, it's not a problem at
Yeah.
all to avoid. Yes,
You're
like,
basically in
awesome.
the worst spot for recovery.
Yeah. That spot's really reliant on, like, your defense cleaning up. if anyone gets out, you're in a really bad spot. He's playing super offensively now, though. Or not super offensively, I guess, but he's by his own spawn bridge shooting towards the enemy flag. The players he's shooting at are out of his render, though, so he's not really going to be able to do much.
But yeah,
And now
he's
he's gonna
moving
go
up,
up top.
which is good. At least for my playstyle.
Yeah, I mean, with neither
And
archer really
with
contesting
G.
top
Henry
yet.
not taking mid, there's no reason why he shouldn't.
Yeah, neither of them have contested top yet, and just being able to get up here and get top control is huge.
And Wolfie's generally up there to harass Ash anyway, so it's not like he's going to be in a position where there's a lot of support harassing him.
You can actually move like really far up here and punish G. Henry where he is when their offense goes in, but I don't see him doing that at the moment. They need to do something here. They got 6 minutes left and they're down 2 caps. Although a 2-0 on Blackout isn't as crazy as something we could have seen, so it's not what TC was expecting, I bet.
Yeah, but the difference between a 1-0 and 2-0 on Blackout is pretty major.
Yeah. I mean, you always want to cap out on your map, but the more you can get, the better, I guess. Metro is a map that could potentially just stall 30 minutes or 20 minutes, rather.
Yeah.
And it's also a map that could we could see medic caps happening every 10 seconds. So
Also true, although the people we have on medic offense right now aren't necessarily solo cappers or anything to that effect.
yeah, if we saw someone like Daniel, for example, old like Ruben, Rigbin, those kind of players, maybe. But
Yeah. Rigvin, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
maybe even
haven't heard in a whale. Okay, that was terrible. I'm sorry.
another good example is Polar when he used to not be an engineer main.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never understood what happened there. He was one of the best medics and then swapped over to engineer.
And mage.
Yeah, and
He plays quite a bit of mage. But you know, it's whatever keeps the game interesting for you.
yeah.
Of course, June is pretty good at medic offense if they decide to put him there, but the question then becomes, okay, what does Ash do?
June's also fairly adamant on playing defense nowadays.
They put him on soldier for offense a couple matches ago.
Did they? Huh? I haven't seen him on in a while, but I don't know. I think he's definitely more comfortable on Ninja. He always has like either highest or second highest damage in the entire match when he plays Ninja defense. But I think that's more just due to how the role works, I guess.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
damage off the die,
that's
come
just
back.
Ninja in general.
Yeah. It'll be interesting though to compare him to Sam and see how they both do actually. That's something I'll take a look at after the first map here. Yeah, so we have almost 4 minutes left.
So for
And-
someone with complete control of mid, I'm not sure I like Free Rider's spot either now.
G. Henry has just said in chat that he's 36-0 at the moment. Which means that there's no
one's
pressure on him.
pressuring him.
Yeah. That might be a kill streak as well. I don't even think he's fallen off.
Yeah. Although I guess he wouldn't have a defensive medic around to heal him, so he'd have to rely on an Ash or something if he wanted to
Yeah.
keep that going.
He could just jump down when they respawn though, who knows?
Oh
know,
yeah,
if I were
like, if
him-
he gets knocked off the world, he could be like air staking and
Yeah. I guess the thing to do is if he is on that kill streak with like 30 seconds left, he has to just run down mid, let someone end it so it displays.
or you know, we have a stats page
Oh yeah, but I
and
mean,
we're paying attention, so
yeah, there's that. But the other team won't know until the match is over, I guess.
anyways, Gokata and Daniel are coming around the side here. We also have Hollow coming down mid as Heavy, trying to go after Eeyore, but instead getting slowed down by Sam's Arc.
Yeah, Hollow's been switching classes constantly. Your heavy chemist, soldier, but none of them are seeming to work. Kata's gonna drop in here, but just go down immediately. Tons of damage. Yeah, medic is extremely important when the enemy team is running like a defense like this, because it's so much damage that a restore does so much for the flag carrier.
And that was a pretty malicious combo from Crazy Crafter onto Loreen there. That was 8 or 9 hits. Arc does juke out the defense, though, and briefly gets a steal, but doesn't last.
Yeah, June's able to just beat down on Hallow here because she has to, or he has to.
G. Henry's in a fight. G. Henry gets knocked down.
Yeah.
G. Henry takes the long way back around to 2 on tops.
Yeah, I think he is on that kill streak then if he's not respawning here. Alright. Minute and a half left. ADV would really like to get something done here. I think they should just...
Yeah.
Honestly, they have the offensive ninja coming in now, actually.
But there is a little bit of a risk, because being Blackout, if you give up another cap here, yes, it doesn't
Which
game.
Could potentially happen right now with Arctic running down mid. She's halfway across the map,
but
and it's about to
one
get the
more
medic.
cap is going to make it
ADV
impossible
needs to
to win the game if they tie the second map, which is...
Well, here goes Hallow and a ninja and a soldier coming in. Hallow's gonna go
there's already a
up
lot of pressure back from TC.
Oh,
and Daniel misses.
Oh, twice! Oh, that's... You hate to see it.
Oh, Arc goes down!
Ash picks
Picked
up,
up by Ash, and she just
That's
walks
okay.
it in.
and Ash sets
Really
off
a
the
clutch
force
headshot there at
field.
the end, but unfortunately, all of ADV's support was dead at that point.
So, we talked about them putting more on offense. We saw Gukata swap the ninja there to get some pressure, and then exactly what you were talking about happened.
Yeah.
So 23 seconds left. Map here is over. I guess we can start discussing the implications of a 3-0 on the next, on the rest of the match, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to see a 2-game match here.
Yeah.
Because TC's a lot better on bulky maps than they used to be in summer.
What is the agreed if we do end up going there? Because ADV could at best
Valley of
overall
Ruin.
tie. Yeah, I think Valley of Ruin.
It's a little too early to say what they can do at best at this point, but I mean a 3-0 would even up the game going.
I mean, yeah, on the next map they could at best tie up going into the third, I guess. So if they do that, it would be basically a best of 1 at that point.
Yeah, and that would be quite something if ADV manages to turn things around that much on Metro.
Let me see if I can pull up the stats page here. I think I might have lost the link actually.
Oh no, I haven't. Don't worry. So we have G. Henry going 40-0.
Was that a kill streak? That's the question, I guess.
All 40 kills are headshots, but his best kill streak is 12.
Okay, so he probably either got knocked off or respawned once or twice for arrows.
Yeah, once or twice or 4 times.
Or yeah, some
But still, 40-0 is pretty impressive, and it really does speak to no pressure being there on the Archer.
Yeah.
On the other side of things, Freerider was 36-2.
So not much worse actually. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Oh, they're asking for a pause. Did I get it? Shit.
No.
There's the 1 second. I hate that the little like delay on timer lock.
Yeah.
Would you mind passing me the link to that stats page if you get a chance?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll look at Sam and June's damage here.
Yeah, so June's is pretty high, and Sam's is higher.
Okay.
And Wolfie's is the highest.
Yeah, so we saw the defensive ninjas.
Crazy Crafter as well got up to almost 5,000.
Oh yeah, Wolfie and Crazy, that's actually insane damage.
Well, you have a full 30 minutes, it's on Blackout, you're frequently respawning.
And there weren't stalemates
And
either, so it was constant fighting.
TC's offense was living a little longer. Plus,
Yeah.
Wolfie had Ash to beat up on.
Yeah, there were no stalemates, which means they could just constantly fight.
On the other side of things, we have, let's see. Lorraine maintained a pretty much even KDR on offense. Hollow, same thing, although a little further down.
Daniel was extremely ineffective that match. Only had 39 HP restored compared to Ash's 419.
Yeah, but he only played medic for part of the time, only early
Who was the
on.
medic? The other.
They really didn't have one.
Yeah. The defensive medic actually had a ton of healing as well. And a lot of that's probably on the Pyro and the Ninjas, so that's a lot of damage being backed up there. I think we're going to see a lot more of that coming in once teams start realizing how strong it is now.
Yeah, Daniel just took a beating that game. Anyways, are both teams ready?
Stream is working, Ducks.
Do we have anyone here who can translate German?
Wasn't Uni here?
Was a second ago, but he is no longer.
So one thing to note here is TC had 30 steals in the last map. ADV had 28. They were actually very even in terms of steals. It's just TC got a lot more support and managed to actually convert on those steals. And a lot of that could have been the fact that ADV, like you said, might not have been running that offensive medic for the entire time.
Yeah.
Because they had very similar stats on offense, actually.
Alright, timer's going, game is going, so... Hey guys, and welcome to a Minecraft Capture the Flag match on the map Metro. It is the second match of the Crusaders against the Adventurers, who are a German team, while the Crusaders don't really have a nationality. They crusade, and bring death and destruction to the Middle East, I guess. So, the Crusaders won their first match against the Adventurer, just like the actual crusading forces raping and pillaging through German villages during the First Crusade. Now, you might be asking about German villages being Christian and not one of the targets of the crusade, but oh boy, the First Crusade was interesting.
Alright, well...
Anyways, we are going on to the second match now on Metro. The Adventurers need to either win or tie to keep going into the final match, whereas the Crusaders could win this match with a win in this game, which is fun. Yes. I've run out of things to say off the top of my head, but we are seeing X-Ash is being chased by Wolfie98 going down the tunnel here. Without Ninja being a thing, Ash is a lot more easily able to escape him, which is good, but she also just slowed down and let Wolfie catch up from behind, so less good.
So one thing I always mention on Metro here when we have a 3 heavy limit is they're definitely a C coming to play. Because both teams would ideally want to run 2 heavies on defense and 2 on offense, but they can't because of the limit. And normally in a match where Necker isn't banned, it would actually be the next tankiest and strongest, I guess, capping class, actually. Has more damage and tankiness than Soldier and is more viable on the map, but...
So Hollow just took out the entire defense that was going after him, but he was so low that he had to respawn afterwards. However, both teams have made significant changes to their defense and offense, so it's worth noting those. June and Quar remain as Ninja and Pyro respectively. G. Henry remains as Archer, believe it or not, but Samsark 259 has switched over to Heavy. ER6 will be reprising her role as Assassin. The more significant changes are to the offenses. ADV's offense is now Gukata running Medic, with Daniel and Holopew running Heavy. Both of them are buffed. Whereas on the other side of things, we are seeing ArcticGalaxy remain as Soldier and Ash as Medic, but Loreen has switched to Heavy. ADV's defense has also changed a little bit. Free Rider has switched from Archer to Chemist, while 200E remains Pyro and Z Crazy remains Ninja, but we have Wolfie98 switching from Ninja to Heavy, and then Urkvi remains Defensive Medic. So, fairly major changes, both of them somewhat to be expected on Blackout, opting for a bulkier defense, but...
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Hallow does here, because Chemist is fairly viable on the map, but Heavy's a heck of a lot tankier now.
Unfortunately, neither team has a particularly good Elf Capper. I've always noticed that it's particularly effective on Metro.
If you get out of the train, it's
Yeah.
almost impossible to catch.
And if either team could really work a distraction.
I mean, Medic works the same way, actually, just with slightly less mobility. It has the webs to help, though.
Yeah, but the thing about Medic is you can't really go up those 3 high walls on the side of the Metro.
Yeah,
rail.
true.
And that's probably the most important mobility restrictor in the game. Or on the map, rather.
That's also one of the
Hollo's
reasons.
lagging a little bit going in on offense here, and
do
he's going to
occasionally
be seen by
soldier.
June coming in.
He's forced to use
Back
2
to
health pots
chemist
already.
now, as opposed to heavy.
Yeah,
But
Hal's
gets
out of
taken
pots,
out
but
by
then gets
G.
saved.
Henry, who is headshotting the flag spot.
Yeah, this archer spot's pretty effective, actually, but
But
again, you have a small window.
perhaps even more so than Blackout, you only have that one spot.
Mhm. The person I've seen use this best, actually, was Pizza.
Oh yeah,
He likes
that's
to,
just because pizza is pizza.
yeah. But if he's accurate enough, he can lock them down. Again, he has a small window where he can be effective, but
Yeah.
he's super strong during that time.
And it's interesting so far, though. Both teams have really just let the people playing Archer on both maps just get away with sitting there and not pressure them at all. Which
Well,
may
you're talking
be a
about the
smart
Alpha on
move.
off. And Alpha on offense could be
No,
really
I'm talking
good
about
here.
Archer.
Huh? No,
Oh,
I mean, you were talking about the Elf earlier. The Elf could
yeah.
potentially shut down this Archer on offense as well.
It's true, yeah. Although, once you're in that flag area, you probably don't want to stop to block and shield.
Well, I mean, more of as a like supportive class than the capper, but
Oh yeah, true, definitely. Hollow nearly gets out there, but gets headshotted. Because the Archer spot can get the side tunnels as well.
Olar runs out a little bit. but
Shaping up
kills
to be
immediately.
another long match here.
Yeah. So the thing with the Elf as well is if you could just stop those headshots, think of how much like tankiness and like potential damage you're losing when your heavy just gets 100 to 0'd on a map like this.
Yeah.
Elf just being able to completely nullify that headshot could be huge, but like you said, neither team really has an Elf player online. I mean, I've seen Daniel play it before, but that was a while ago, and I doubt he's anywhere close to comfortable with the class at the moment. And yeah, that's about it. Sam could potentially play it, but I don't see him going on offense, so yeah. We likely won't be seeing it. Metro's actually a completely different dynamic with no mage as well, because it frees the teams to use like both tunnels. They can split up more than they could against a mage and not worry about getting staggered, but that being said, ADV's offense is having a lot of trouble getting past Sam and June anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't think
On the
they'd
other
be
side
running
of
mage.
things, we have Wolfie fighting Lorene and Crazy Crafter. Crazy's going after Arc in particular.
Yeah, so Hallow has, as I predicted, switched over to Chemist here eventually, but it's going to be interesting to see what he can do here, because Sam's going to run right at him here, and he's going to take a lot of damage.
I'm not really sure I like Arc as a soldier on here, because as soldier you can get, once you get out, it can work very well. But you sort of need a base level of melee advantage to really get out as soldier on here.
Well, I guess the reason she'd be soldier here is because of the heavy limit.
True.
They might not. They might have 2 heavies on defense, which means she can't be heavy on offense if they have another one. And again, Necro would actually.
That is not the case.
Oh yeah, because June's on ninja still.
June is ninja. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting then.
Oh, they just switched Ash to Pyro.
Okay.
So
Okay,
they're
which
putting
means
core on offense.
will she be chemist or heavy? I guess is the question here, or medic maybe. Yeah,
Core
assuming
is medic, yeah. So she's gonna go in there and support Arc. Good timing on that. But Wolfie's in the way now.
And she's gonna web Arctic in with Wolfie.
And herself.
Yeah.
So
The Arctic is gonna
Arc
go down
does
here.
get
She's
ahead.
Yeah. She's
Gets
gonna take a ton of
slowed
damage.
going in, and this should not be a cap or anything close.
Yeah, those webs from Murphy didn't hit, but they were good just to tunnel her into that one little area that she could go through. And they just stacked damage on her until she was dead.
Now, if TC felt the Pyro wasn't particularly important here, this may work out as a trade, but at the same time, if G. Henry misses a shot or two, Ash is an okay Pyro, but not a world beater when it comes to melee.
Well, yeah, ADV's offense is also all heavies.
G. Henry
so,
missed his headshot.
Well, see, this is
There, but
if there was support there, the thing that could happen here is with Ash not being quite as good as Core on Pyro, and the enemy offense being primarily heavies, that heavy gets out and doesn't get set on fire.
Yeah.
It's really not good on a map like this.
Medic, and I don't know if I like that either.
I mean, like, say Gukata gets healed there, right? That's more than likely a capture.
So Daniel is actually supporting Crazy killing Quar on offense, which is a little odd. But both teams are actually a little further towards the TC side right now.
The fact that TC did only 3-0 on Blackout may come into play here if we do end up going to the third map. Because at that point, ADV could not win the match. They can only tie at best if we end up 0-0 on here. But if TC were to 4-0, 5-1, 5-0, for example, the next map, TC would basically have a guaranteed win.
Yeah. And TC did get pretty close to a 4-0 win. That headshot from Freerider at the end.
And the Assassinate close to their flag earlier as well. Yeah. So Daniel steals, but goes down to June there. If he can get past June, actually...
Okay, this is the first time they're really pressuring G. Henry, and he goes down there.
He didn't seem to have a kill streak either, which means he wasn't being that effective.
Oh, he was definitely getting kills as people were going in and out, though.
Yeah. I guess it just wasn't as many as I had thought. Either that, he could have just respawned.
So we are halfway through the game right now.
Yeah. I mean, Metro's similar to opposites in the fact that you can either see really like rapid games where each team, since tons of heavies, gets out immediately, gets quick caps, or it can just stall out.
So Gukata has a steal here. He's going out the far side. Looks like he will have some TC. The TC offense is moving in to support him. He does have the medic still in Daniel.
Really good web there.
He may.
Oh wait, that was his own medic's web actually, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly certain it was Quar's, but Daniel ended up getting knocked to the back and trying to hit G. Henry. So I don't really think his decision making as medic on offense right now is doing ADV any favors.
Yeah, that was fairly sloppy there. He could have gone up as well once he like turned in the tunnel and saw they were all there, because there wasn't much behind him.
It is also possible that Gukata was on a healing cooldown there, but
yeah. Which, if he was, that's even more reason he should have turned around and gone up.
ADV's defense, on the other hand, is not having any issues right now.
So here comes ADV's offense, actually.
Gukata just knocks him away. Yeah.
But the melee archer in the flag room.
G. Henry does eventually go down there, but Samzark's going to be in the way now. Ash
and Boss, remember,
misses the frenzy.
People want to give Archer knockback one instead of punch one. Yeah, imagine Archer in the flag room after that. So he's going to go down, and June is really putting a beating on Daniel now. Ends up going down, but Daniel is almost definitely low on stake and gets assassinated there anyway. Which is probably for the better, because he would have had to respawn.
TC's offense is getting bullied going into the flag room.
Yeah, Archer's taking so much damage.
Yeah.
And Lar isn't...
Lar may make it to the flag, but shouldn't get any further than that, yeah.
Nope. So you see Sam versus Gukata here, but there's also an assassin there, and Daniel's going to be 3v1 now by Quar, Sam, and Ior. Goes down. And we get a accusation in the all chat.
Well,
I believe that was
the first accusation against TC in a little while that hasn't been directed at G. Henry.
Yeah, I believe that was on to Sam from Gukata after a heavy 1v1. It's odd calling reach though with such a large ping difference.
Let me look at tab.
Well, I mean, I assume there's a... Oh, no, they're both EU, aren't they, actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Sarah?
I forgot to say.
Britain's probably still a little better than Germany, but...
Yeah.
Euro's
I guess they
been
aren't
pretty
both
effective
EU.
this game as Assassin.
So you see Sam versus Yukata again there. Yukata does go down. And our streamer is AFK, so we have blind commentary now.
Alright, well, that just means I have to get more into the commentary mode.
Oh, yeah.
So we get some real color commentary coming in here.
He's sitting outside of blue spawn, so if blue respawns, I guess we'll talk about that.
Of course. Well, we see Samsark 259 chasing down Hollow Pew, and then running back because Gukata slipped in. Because Gukata is slippery.
Yeah, slippery snake. Sam goes down there with a 16 kill streak, which means he's putting a lot of pressure in. Gukata is able to steal, he's taking a lot of damage.
The first headshot, anyways. He's trying to get past G. Henry.
Dodges the second and the third.
He's
Going
going
up
up,
top,
towards spawn, so we may actually see a little bit. No, he's
Jukes
not.
him out there a little bit, but
So Daniel has to get over down this hallway, but we already see TC's.
so I guess the question is,
offense.
I think
coming
the enemy
down there.
team knows where he's going more than his medic does.
Yeah.
But that's
but
gonna be
Hollow was in the flag
a
room.
good steal. Yeah.
Oh, and they're all on the other side. Okay, Crazy has to go after G. Henry here.
Oh, Wolfie gets headshot there actually, which means that Hal could have gone down to June, but June's actually gonna die as well. This is gonna be a capture.
Yeah.
There's
And
one
this
ninja
puts
between them,
ADV
but
right
I don't think
back
it's gonna
in
come.
things. It means they can win the next match if things
Yep.
hold.
And
But
with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left, TC has to get something going now if they want to have a chance to even come close to winning this
And
map.
that was all set up by Gukado lasting as long as he did and pulling half of TC into the far corner of the map.
Yeah, we're talking about how like weird his route is, but it looked planned.
I mean, it was the best thing he could have done in that situation because there really was no way of capping.
Well, the medic wasn't close to him, so he kind of just decided to run away, distract them, waste their time. And yeah, that's why Chemist is good on this map.
So now we've seen ADV switch their offense up a little bit. After that cap, Gukata is Ninja. And they're bringing Crazy into the flag room.
Yeah, they're trying to go for a quick steal here, actually. They're going to try to get the ninja to come in and kill someone, then Halo's out. If he... Oh, he gets knocked into the iron door, though.
Yeah.
If he had been able to poison Sam and actually get through the doors, that could have been another one.
True. Although he had a lot more of TC on him at that point.
Yeah.
And a ninja would be able to get in front of him before he got down that train.
I guess at that point it comes down to the medic, which didn't seem to be there.
So we'll see if TC changes up their offense at all. Thus far, they haven't really done much.
Heavy medic chemist. Yeah, so Quara's switched to chem and Arctic on medic.
You can
But they're
probably
slowly running
hear
to one
Ash
hit.
screaming internally right now. Or externally, who knows. It's more of an Arctic thing, though. The external screaming.
Yeah, TC calls are always interesting.
Arctic does
matches.
actually get the steal.
But
Might somehow slip away for a second.
not a great one at that, yeah. Medic is super effective on this map for capping, but you need to know how to do it, and you need to be able to hit the webs. And Arctic in that case did not have time to hit the webs even, because she just went down immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lowell's been playing a very good Metro map here as Pyro. Not much has gotten past him, and that's one of the first steals we've actually seen that he got anywhere, and it was like 5 feet outside the flag room, and it was a medic, so there's not much you can do. So you see Arctic going for another steal, but there's going to be 2 heavies, a ninja, a chemist, a pyro, and a medic on her. So that's the entire enemy team, actually, except for Hollow. She was not too likely to come out of that 7v1 alive.
Yeah. And this game really should hold at this scoreline unless one team essentially gambles here.
Yeah, well, we have to discuss possibly that swap from, like, Quar going offense and Ash going pyro, how much that affected that capture. because that cap
It's
is what's
a fair
going to keep
amount.
ADV in the match.
Guar did spend, Ash did spend most of that time following Kakata into the corner, as opposed to staying in the flag room, maybe getting a bit of damage on Hollow. Arc is pretty far out.
Arc is out, but that's a lot of damage on her, and the defensive medic is actually going to deal more damage.
No,
than
she's gotten through there.
Yeah, she's
It was
through.
a good turn. Gukata and the other ninja are basically their ADV's last chance of stopping her.
Arc has zero stake, but it doesn't matter.
She's gonna make it. Yeah, it's gonna be a tie game.
This is used for TC. Yeah, mid at 25 until going into the next map, ADV won't be able to win.
So now
Yeah,
it's
so the pressure
ADV's
switches.
turn to maybe take a risk here.
Yeah, pressure is on TC, now it's back on ADV here. They need to get something done in the next minute.
They really only have a chance for one offensive push, so
Yeah, there's no ninja capping either, which means that this push is the last one, and Hell is going in alone without his team.
yeah.
He's gonna go down there, which
Okay.
honestly means
Okay,
it's
so
on
here's the real last push, if you will.
Yeah.
They have 4 people moving on to offense: Crazy, Daniel, Gukata, and Hollow. On the other side of things, though, we have a steal from Laura. She's in the flag room though and goes down.
Okay, so yeah, we see them coming in now, but they need to steal immediately. They have 2 heavies, a chemist, and a medic. If they don't get out of the flag here, this map's over.
And Eeyore takes out Hollow.
Gukata steals,
Gukata goes down
Headshot
to
it.
headshot in the flag room. This is
and
game.
Daniel's not gonna get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the map. Alright.
So the best ADV can now do is tie going into the final game. They
Make sure to
need
set
a
caps for red.
3-0 to tie,
Yeah.
of course.
You want me to set caps, or?
I will.
Okay. So yeah, ADV
Alright.
could still potentially tie, which is a result of TC only 3-0ing on Blackout, but I think it's very unlikely that ADV wins this match.
Yeah, so it's
Or,
only
well,
going to
ties,
take
rather.
1 cap for TC to
Yeah.
win the game. It was definitely a better showing from ADV, but being unable to hold on there at the end really may
Yeah.
well cost them the match.
Well, we saw it was also a really defensive bias map as well, where
Yeah,
I guess ADV's style of play is really
and there is something to be said
Shown.
for, instead of just continuing with the standard setup, for ADV turtling a little more there within the last 4 minutes, because keeping that lead was so important to them.
yeah, and it was a medic cap too, and she was out of stake by the time she captured. One more player on
And-
defense could have made a big difference.
Yeah. Because for all of these old adages about turtling never working, heavy defense with 4 minutes on Metro, their teams really don't get around that at all.
Yeah, there are some like
Unless you were to populate Adventurer with emoji recruits for 4 minutes.
we've seen TNSE in the past try to turtle on platforms and Blackout maps like that, where it doesn't exactly work. But on something like Valley of Ruin, like we're on now,
Or
Dragon
Metro.
Valley, opposites Metro, it could potentially work.
So TC could go about this map 2 ways, obviously. They could either push for a quick cap and just end the game there and then, or they could focus a
Just
bit
be
more
proud.
on defense, make sure ADV doesn't get 3 caps. Yeah, I honestly like the offensive approach a little better on here. You can take advantage of the fact that while 200E hasn't been that active lately, and that ADV's running a pretty light flag room, they're focusing more on roaming.
I think that is what TC's doing, because TC has a really light defense. They only have 4 players on defense, which is a Pyro, a Heavy, an Assassin. That's all I'm seeing right now. There's only 3.
Yeah.
So if they're not able to get a steal here, I'd be rather surprised. Because it's what? An 8v8, correct?
Yeah. If TC
Yeah.
holds on here, they may also swing things back in the favor of, a little bit in the favor of blue winning matches, as opposed to red.
Yeah.
It would be a nice pull from blue, being able to get a win with TC playing on blue.
Yeah. Well, another thing too is
These are the real stakes here, right now.
with our disbanding and being primarily a red sided team.
What are you talking
Uh,
about? Radiance
things are-
Reborn is now here.
Oh yeah.
Resplendent Rising Rebirth.
Are you guys gonna, Stay on red in every match.
Maybe. I can guarantee you we'll be playing on red every time we play the blue flaggers.
Oh yeah. I mean, generally, like, the only teams that were, I guess, locked in really is RR and Annie always played on red. TC and TBF, well, TBF always played on blue. TC played mostly on blue.
Double target G Henry, and he was able to come out there with the kill on both of them.
Yeah, we're seeing TC play it rather slow despite having 4 on offense, I guess. But Core's basically on this flag room. TBF's only win of TBF 3.0 was on red. Oh god.
No, that's actually factually incorrect. TBF 3.0 was able to win 1 game on blue. The catch was they were playing H2YL. And H2YL played the first game without a pyro.
So Quara's gonna be fighting Gukata here. If Gukata kills Quar, he's gonna be able to pick up this flag. He should just turn around
Oh yeah,
and
there
kill
was
Sam
a
here.
co-op win, but they also ended up beating H2YL on their own.
The co-op one, yeah, the co-op win where you won on red was with Annie, I believe. Because he like forced you guys to play on red. Yeah, how about that for a little tidbit? Annie and TBF won a match together. What are the chances? Alright. I forget who it was. I think it might have been against someone in Defy at the time, and that was before Defy got good.
No.
It wasn't this year.
Would it
I know
have
that.
been
It was someone.
Duck Squad and Majestic?
Yeah, I think that could have been it. I don't know. Oh, BK and Defiance got like, I think they got better quickly, I guess. So they started recruiting PvPers, and the meta shifted towards that. So
Yeah.
I remember Defiance and BK used to be basically free wins.
I do as well. But of course, they were always free wins. For my team, anyways.
Defiance went close to you guys on a couple maps.
Yeah, I guess the one game.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was also the tournament game.
Yeah. Hey, I remember when back in the day, Annie was beating DF in a tournament match.
The big
at one
surprise
point.
of that tournament still did go to the Defiance and the win against Genetic.
Yeah. The original like tournament, the big tournament, Annie was actually up 1-0 against DF on Halo, and Link stepped into our flag room and half our defense DC'd.
Yep.
It was a 12v12 and we lost 4 players and Link stepped into our flag.
But the thing with that tournament was that was before everyone quit.
Yeah, that as well. And that's back in like Chemist and Medic meta as well.
Because ADV, I mean, Annihilation was playing most of its matches in that tournament before 2015. I mean, before the MCPVP shut down, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, well, once Chemist got nerfed, we kind of just died. We couldn't run the...
I thought it was half of your team quitting out of anger over banners.
Yeah, that too. Because we used to run... We never ran Soldier Heavy back in the day. It was just...
And then your team never got back together.
Yeah, it was double Chemist, double Medic, and me as Ninja is what we used to run. Which was surprisingly effective back then.
Oh yeah, but a lot of things were surprisingly effective back then.
I mean,
I still remember Plaster Master's Chemist with Style video.
I don't know if I remember.
Well, it was back in the day when Chemist was, you know, speed 2, strength 2, lots of pots, but would get taken out by Archer.
Okay.
So a lot of people didn't play Chemist, and you saw, you know, the video was sort of big at the time because, oh hey, here's this Chemist, he's crushing a lot of people, with Chemist. Chemist is such a bad class. How is this happening? But then you look at how he's potting, and he's essentially doing what we would call pot spam today.
Yeah.
Throwing 4 or 5 damage at an archer that he gets close to. That kind of thing.
Yeah, then there's
CTF was fun back in the day.
There was the laughing strat when he got called out in the match for pot spam. He's like, no, it's controlled pot spam. I'm choosing when I go right click. Yeah, we used to him, Rick, Mega.
Okay, we do see a steal here from Arc.
Yeah, Arctic.
After a relatively quiet game, she's gotten out of the flag room,
Almost untouched.
getting up the wall. This is a really bad position for ADV. Now they do have 2 ninjas in position. They don't have a medic there quite yet because Ash went up.
Although ADV has 2 medics.
So who gets to the flag first? Ash might be able to. No.
Good Pearl.
Gets right over to it. Hollow
Yeah,
on the
Pearl's
other
right on the
side is out with Steel. Will likely go down to Quara and June here, but
yeah, we do have to remember that like a 3-0 can still result in a tie overall in the match.
Yeah.
From ADV, so TC can't get too complacent. I don't see it happening, but it's always a possibility.
But there needs to be more urgency from ADV. Because we basically fell asleep with our commentary.
Yeah, it's gotten
now we
fairly
do
boring.
see Daniel, Hollow, and Gukata coming in here. Gukata taking the far tunnel, Daniel and Hollow going in from the front. Daniel, of course, getting pressured and likely being taken out here by Samsark. He actually survives, but he's got to be pretty low now.
So Arctic is gonna steal. The only person in Red's flag room is a medic. She's out. She's been hit twice by the medic.
Hollow does get almost out of the flag room here, but he gets
good
taken
headshot there on Arctic.
So we are seeing a little more action now.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Finally. I think at some point ADV almost has to go all offense. Because TC getting 1 cap does seal the deal, but once they go past 10 minutes here, they need to get 3 caps.
So, anyways, I would just like to make a preliminary announcement right now. I don't know how many people we have on the stream. Ducksfan, can you get me a number?
I'll check that out for you real quick. I don't think Dux has it open. On the stream at the moment, we have loading 6 people.
Okay, all 6 of you, it is time for some quality announcements about the Minecraft Capture the Flag community, because Minecraft Capture the Flag has the best community. We do, I promise. Our competitor is our Bad Lion CTF, which mostly doesn't get players at all, except when there's a prize pool for their tournaments. There's the Nexus CTF, which I am told exists by Miski. I really have not heard of it before.
Absolutely terrible.
Mindplex has Champions CTF. It's also Mindplex. And I think that really covers the major servers with CTF that aren't the ones running stolen MCPVP code from 2013.
Thinking. Hey, it's an ADV match, you can't say that.
But basically, we are the best CTF community by default, and that is worth something. Therefore, we are going to be bringing another tournament to the CTF community. Oh, cool. So we actually get matches with our teams now? No! You fucking moron. That would be way too cool. What we're doing instead, as sort of a preliminary for future possible tournaments, is making a regional tournament. Thread to be posted before too long, probably tomorrow. Right now, we are looking at a regional tournament in the global sense, as in we are doing global regions, with the teams right now most likely being the US split into 3 sections, there being 2 European teams, and finally a catch-all Oceania, Asia, South American team. The tournament will be...
Because you have all the mods.
Of course. Based on signups, we may split it even further to something along the lines of 4 North American teams with, say, a Canadian / South American / other team, and separate from the Oceanian team. Because we could do up to 8 teams, quite frankly. But we want to keep all of the teams active, so we're looking at 6 teams right now, broken into initial groups of 3, where each team plays 2 other teams, and then we look at the standings based on that. You would then have 4 of those 6 teams advance to the finals, so you would basically only get 2 teams eliminated in the group stage, and it would work as standard playoffs from there. I would want match sizes to be somewhere between 10 to 12 on each team, but we'll see based on how signups are going. And of course, there will be a prize pool for this tournament to attract people. Now, that prize will not be financial since I am running this tournament myself. However, whichever team wins will receive a weekend at Miski's house.
I have an extra room in the downstairs apartment.
He does have an extra room in the downstairs apartment, and he has all sorts of...
And there is a working microwave.
There is a working microwave.
Only one.
And quite frankly, that will be an unimaginable luxury for the East European team. Well, it's closer to a cave than a house, so probably not.
What is European team that?
No, in all seriousness, I am going to try to do a prize of some sort, but it will more likely be something along the lines of a forum badge for the winners, which should be pretty easy to pull off.
Yeah, it's just a matter of convincing Buddy.
And in fact, that forum badge will display some version of the tournament winner's name, but I will take suggestions from the winning team, so if you want to throw shade at other regions of the world, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Quags badge.
Let the Western European team win. Anyways, I've completely distracted everyone from the match again, but ADV really is running out of time.
Yeah, they need to get a capture on their like next 3 pushes, Jilly. Almost.
I don't think you diverted attention from the match if there was no attention in the first place.
It's weird too, because TC's like not at all turtling. For the majority of this map, they've had barely anyone on defense. It's just ADV hasn't been able to get pressure.
Hollow is playing medic right now, but just gets taken out there by Eeyore.
And Daniel, this car is like a quarter of the way across the map, shooting up at the mountain.
I mean,
G
really,
is uncontested.
We just... I really wish we could be a little more enthusiastic about this match, but neither team is playing with a degree of urgency right now. The roaming defense is just breaking down ADV's offense, and they're not going in.
Well, the problem here is that TC doesn't need that degree of urgency. TC needs to stall for like another minute and a half, and if ADV doesn't cap, the match is over.
Okay,
but
so we do have a
really
full 2 people coming in here from ADV, and Hollow gets taken out before he can go into the flag room. Yukata
full 1 player
out almost on the staircase.
Okay, and Crazy's
still
going
get a steal.
Oh, where's the medic? Are they running one?
Near? No.
Oh, here comes Hello across the bridge.
Oh, he's actually, he might make it.
Hits him, that's the regen, no restore, he goes down.
That's a lot of eggs from Sammy.
Yeah.
That was an interesting pearl from the ninja sport there from Yukata.
There are a lot of, yeah. You'd be surprised how many times you've seen a flight carrier die in this body of water is heavy.
Gonna have to maybe have a word with Crazy about all the eggs. I realize in that situation there wasn't much he could do, but that was a 8 to 10.
Yeah. Slightly excessive amount.
Yeah. Honestly, though, we're getting to the point where there's just not time for ADV to win this game.
Yeah, they have
really
3 pushes left. They need to get 3 caps. They need to go. They need a miracle. They need to go 3 for 3 here.
So there is pressure on G. Henry, not able to kill him though.
They just steal, get across, have someone on the flag and ready to steal twice. Which means their flag carrier is going to have a lot of support, and if they go down,
goes down here, that's the end of the game.
He's alive, gets the restore off of Kukata, which means if Kukata steals here, Hala will not be able to heal him.
So Daniel baits Quar and everyone else to the side.
So
Kukata gets a steal.
Hala can't heal him, he already restored him.
He gets up the sponge. Daniel's running the other way?
Good shot.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Goes down.
A little bit of a lack of awareness from parts of ADV's offense there.
Yeah.
There was a brief period of time where if Daniel was right next to Kukata, he could have picked that up, but instead he was running ahead of his flag holder instead of supporting him.
Yeah, I think Hala really should have waited until he stole to restore him there. Restoring him before he goes in, he was on 2 stake, and restoring him there just means...
So Hala's switched back to Chemist as opposed to Medic.
Yeah, that's just
Daniel gets in here almost uncontested.
He's Soldier though, so he needs to go horizontal though, he can't go vertical. He doesn't have enough time.
Okay, he actually gets across the water here.
They still have a minute chance if they have someone in the flag room to steal. They need to do it twice, but there's no one here now. They need to get someone here, and Daniel needs to clap caps
So
quickly.
why the breakdown from TC? G. Henry's there to try to headshot.
He goes down, that's gonna be the match.
Yeah.
You see a steal
got
from
fairly
Sam
far,
there.
and on the other side of things, Sam is just out.
Is out, no medic, but has Arctic there if he needs to pass, and they're able to see ninjas coming from far away here. Yeah.
Narrowly missing with these shots. Wolfie
Oh.
almost knocks him off the world.
Kukata goes out and is a little bit late there. Could have potentially ended up knocking him all the way. And that's gonna be the
Sam has
restore.
medic now.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no way ADV wins.
Well, headshots. If free.
No, I
gets a
mean
really
wins
close
the or
shot.
ties the match, whatever.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, it's... I guess there was no way they win going into the map, but
So we get to steal from Daniel, maybe to hold off the inevitable.
well, yeah, if Daniel can hold here for a minute, they technically tied 2 maps and only lost on Blackout,
Yeah.
which is something to say because TC is rather strong on Blackout compared to other maps.
G. Henry finally goes down after a 19 kill streak.
You know what I haven't seen anyone use in a while? The little secret area under the waterfall.
Oh yeah, true. But it's also because it's pretty easy to get into.
Yeah.
And there's really not a way out if you're anything other than Soldier.
Yeah. I used to go on there as Ninja every once in a while, but...
So Daniel is holding now as Soldier, but the game is over right now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess not letting TC cap on this map, though, is still a little bit of a moral victory for ADV, but a small one at that.
Their defense solidified a little bit going on, but I think on this map in particular, it was also helped along by the fact that TC really didn't have to cap.
Well, and if you look at Metro and Valley of Ruin compared to Blackout anyway, Blackout, the enemy team will steal no matter what your defense is eventually, right?
Yeah.
It's just that offensive bias of a map.
So, that's game. It was a good game from the Adventurer, and TC did get a little bit slow going on to the end, but, you know, good game all around. Good play from both teams. Blackout did end up being a pretty interesting match, as well as the end of Metro, which nearly put ADV in a position where they were in striking distance of a win, despite the start.
And we got a raid reset. Ooh.